The former teacher of a boy whose life changed dramatically after a car incident has raised thousands of pounds for his cause by completing a series of extraordinary challenges. Jon Flynn joins us in the studio to recap on an unbelievable year of fundraising. Jon, what have you been up to?
Well, to try and support the campaign Fit for Felix, I chose to run 2,017 miles during 2017. So in a bid to try and raise £2,017. So I worked out that that would mean I'd have to run about 5.5 miles every day of 2017 to get to the mileage that I'd needed.
Why running? That's a lot.
Well, the Fit for Felix campaign was all about raising money through doing something to be fit. The October before the start of 2017, I managed to run every day during a half term. I thought, oh, this is doable. I got my calculator out. I thought, I wonder what it would be. And I thought, oh, 5.5 miles, 6 miles, that's not too bad. So, yes, just by getting out there every day, I managed to chip away at that total. And so here I am today, really.
How did your first 5 miles compare to your last?
Well, so I ran 6 miles at the start of the year because running 5.5 just seemed it didn't seem too complete. So I ran 6 miles at the start of the year and 5 miles at the end of the year because I thought it might feel like I was taking a break. At the start of the year, I was running about 9.5-minute miles. By the end of the year, I was running 8.5-minute miles. So it got much easier as I got on, but actually, the first mile of any race or any run that you do tends to be the hardest, no matter how quickly you're going.
How much running had you been doing beforehand?
So I've done a bit of running before. I'd run the Great South Run about 8-9 years ago, and I also ran London Marathon 2 years ago. So I got used to sort of training your body up for sort of challenges like this, well, not quite like this, but similar sort of running challenges. So I don't mind running. I'm not necessarily built for running, but as I've got on, I've got a bit better sort of technique and things like that.
And what was it like, that feeling of crossing? Was it a line? Was there a line for you at the end?
There was, yeah, it was. I dressed up as a helicopter as well because the Fit for Felix campaign is drawing to a close now. So the Fit for Felix campaign also gives money towards Hampshire and Isle of Wight Air Ambulance and also to PICU, Paediatric Intensive Care Unit. So I contacted both those charities and they loaned me Herocopter. So I dressed up as a helicopter and my son dressed up as an elephant, which is the PICU mascot. So I only had 2 miles to do on the final day, so I ran as a helicopter and back. But it was a bit bizarre on the final day, I must admit.
It sounds it, and you've looked to have had a fair bit of support as well.
Yes, yeah, there was over 200 people there. I had a Facebook page where I uploaded a selfie every day and my times that I'd done just to prove to everyone that I was doing it. And lots of those people who I hadn't met for a long time, they came along to watch as well. And I'm pleased to say that the total is now at £7,500 that we've raised, so nearly sort of 4 times the amount that I was trying to raise.
That's incredible. And why was it important for you to raise this money in the first place?
Well, I'd known Felix for a very long time, actually. I first met Felix when he was about 7, and the family when I first joined the school. So when I found out, when we all heard what had happened, it was devastating news, but fortunately it wasn't fatal. So I'd been to visit him in PQ with his mum very early on, and I sort of vowed at the time then that I'd raise money to help support these charities.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much for coming in to talk to us today. And any running in the future?
Well, I have carried on running. I ran 10 miles on January the 1st, 6 miles on the 2nd.
You're just showing off now.
4 miles yesterday, and I'll go off for a run in a minute as well.
Brilliant. Thanks a lot.
No problem.